Okay, now here's a very interesting question from electrostatics. Two small balls having the same mass and charge and located at the same vertical at heights h1 and h2 are thrown in the same direction along the horizontal at the same velocity v. Let's draw the diagram first. So, this is your ground. Okay, we got two balls over here which are exactly identical. Okay, so these are the two balls. The one ball is at height h1 and the second ball is at height h2. They are both given the same velocity v. Both have same mass m and same charge q on them. Okay. Now the question is asking the first ball touches the ground at a horizontal distance r from the initial vertical position. At what height h2 will the second ball be at this moment? Neglect any frictional resistance of air and the effect of any induced charges on the ground. Okay. So the first charge, this charge will cover a path like this and reaches the ground at a distance r. So we have to basically find the position of the second charge. Okay, the second particle, we have to find what will be its position. So think about it, how to solve this. I would suggest that you take some time, take one day at least, and try to solve this. I'll give you a hint. Hint is that you have to apply the concept of center of mass. I'll give you two hints. One is that you have to identify the motion of center of mass, and the second concept will be that net external force on the system will be equal to mass of total mass of system into acceleration of center of mass. So these concepts you have to use and think how to solve this. Okay. Okay. So let's continue with the solution. So this is my COM. Now let's look at the forces acting. So we have the two particles. Okay. Gravity is acting on both of them. Gravity is acting on both of them. Okay. And at the same time they are applying electrostatic force on each other, which will be actually repulsive because they have identical charge. So they are repelling each other. But when you look at them as a system, so for the system, you only have center of mass having total mass 2m. So gravity is acting downwards 2 mg. While this force F is an internal force of the system applied by the particles of the system on each other. So on the center of mass, this internal force is not acting. So we see that the center of mass has only one force, that is gravity, and therefore the center of mass will follow projectile motion. The center of mass will follow projectile motion. Okay. So one more thing, if you observe, both of the particles have all the forces only in vertical direction, so their horizontal velocities will not change at any moment of time. So when the lower particle is reaching this point, the second particle will be somewhere above over here. Okay. So let's draw the particles again. This will be a lower particle, the upper particle will be over here, and the center of mass will be somewhere in between. Okay. Then if center of mass is a height y from the ground, then the second particle will be at height 2y, because both of the particles have same mass, so center of mass will be always in between them. Okay. So this much part is clear, that if we know the y for center of mass, we can know the position of the second particle. Okay. Now how do we do that? So one thing we know is that center of mass is following a projectile motion. So let's just look at the motion of center of mass. Okay. So this is your center of mass. Its initial velocity is how much? That will be equal to v, because both of the particles have initial velocity v. So center of mass also has the same velocity v. This is your COM. Okay. It is following a projectile path. Okay. So when it covers a horizontal distance r, what is the vertical distance covered by it? Delta y. That will be equal to how much? So first of all, r will be equal to Vt, or t will be r divided by v. We found the time of flight. Okay. Now we want to find delta y. So delta y will be gt square by 2. So that will be g r square by 2 v square. So we found the vertical displacement of center of mass. Now, what is the initial height of center of mass? So initial height of the center of mass will be how much? That will be average of h1 and h2. Final height is y. So I can write down delta y is equal to initial height of center of mass minus final height. So g r square by 2v square equal to h1 plus h2 by 2 minus y. Then I get y is equal to h1 plus h2 by 2 minus g r square by 2v square. So now we can find the height of the second particle, which is 2y. So the final answer of the question, that is height of the second particle, will be what? h1 plus h2 minus g r square by v square. This is the answer.